Good morning. It is almost 9 o'clock in the morning and I am going to assemble my standing desk today. So several weeks ago, sometime in January, I think maybe like around the 20th of January, I ordered a standing desk from Uplift and I haven't put it together yet. We've had a lot of turmoil in the house and we've had a lot of other projects we've been working on. It's finally time. So everything on the Uplift Desk site says that it should take about an hour to assemble. So I have about an hour and a half before I need to be at work. Clearly I won't be working from this desk today just because I have, I will have to clean off my other desk and move everything to this one. So that's not the plan. The plan for today is just to assemble this one. So I'm really excited to get rid of all of these boxes. I do kind of want to show you everything that I purchased because I didn't just purchase the desk. When I purchased the desk, they had some kind of special like New Year's deal or winter savings. I don't even remember what they called it, but it came with a bunch of freebies. And that was sort of one of the features that sold me on the Uplift Desk instead of a lot of the other standing desks. I know that there's a bunch out there. I was looking at I think it's a Very desk. I was looking at the Flexi Spot desk. I had for a while, I was getting nothing but standing desk ads on Instagram. And so every time I saw one, I would click on it and just go to the website and look and see what they had. Like what are the features, what are the selling points of this standing desk over the rest of them. Some of them were smaller, some of them were cheaper, some of them had poor reviews, some of them were, much nicer, much more expensive, had much better reviews. But I don't want to spend a fortune. I did spend quite a bit of money on this desk. I'm not gonna say that this one was cheap. This one kind of seemed like middle of the range price-wise. But the selling point for me for this one, for the Uplift Desk that sold me over any of the others, was the size. So I went ahead and I got the 80-inch desk. So it's 80 inches by 30 inches. And it came in just a couple of days. It came in a bunch of different boxes. And like I said, it came with a bunch of different like freebies. Not that that really is what sold me on it, but there were some accessories that are compatible with this desk that they made it so easy for me to purchase with the desk. Like the monitor stands, because I do want to have my monitors not on the stands that they're on right now. I'd like them to be clamped onto the desk or something so that I could, like, they're flexible. You'll see it. So anyway, today is assembly day and I'm very excited. I am feeling a little unwell today. I woke up with a migraine. I'm feeling like 70% better. I did take some medicine this morning, so finally feeling like I'm up for it. This almost didn't happen today, but it has to happen today. I'm so excited and I really want to start using this because I'm tired of sitting all day at work. So I'm hoping that once I'm able to start using this desk, I will just, be able to stand more and maybe move around during my workday a little bit more. So I'm very excited, especially to get rid of all of these boxes and to see what it looks like because I haven't even seen the desktop. So let's start opening some boxes. I'm very excited about this. Right on top, I see the caster wheels that I purchased. 4 great big casters, and I bought them because I like the idea of being able to roll my desk out of my room. Something this big and this heavy, I want to be able to kind of move around a little bit easier. And sometimes I feel like I might want to move it out of my office. Like if I'm going to be working late at night, I could probably move it in here. This is the dining room, so if I move it in here, there's an outlet on this half wall back here, so I could plug it in and I can still watch TV with my family, at night when I'm working by myself. And all I'm doing is like mundane work. I'm not actually running reports or doing anything really involved. Like that, it makes sense to me. I got the caster wheels and I regret nothing. They're really heavy. I got the really big ones. And I'm glad I got the really big ones just because I feel like something this big, this heavy, I want heavy duty wheels on it. Next on top, I think this is probably the standing mat. This was one of the freebies, free gifts. They had, I think it was 6 free gifts, and for each gift you could choose from several different options. So this is the standing mat. I feel like even if I don't like this at my desk, we could use this in the kitchen at the sink, you know, like when we're washing dishes. So I tried to make wise choices with the things that I chose as my freebies, and so it's really, it does feel nice, but I don't know, we'll see. Next is a box with the writing pad. This was another one of the free gifts, and I got the black one. I'll go ahead and open it and see what it looks like. Ooh, oh, I think it almost smells like leather. I don't think it's real leather. The idea behind this one was, you know how sometimes you mobile deposit checks and you need like a solid background? Sometimes we also scan files in this house for a bunch of different reasons, and we need a solid background for that. So I bought this with that in mind, and also because I do want to protect my desktop from any kind of damage. So this is going to be a multi-purpose tool, and I'm excited about it. Plus it was a free gift, and I didn't like the other ones that were that, like, in that group of free gifts. Okay, so this is the Comfort keypad, and I just got the basic one. I didn't upgrade it. I think it's the kind of thing you can always upgrade later, so if I change my mind and I decide I want something that I can preset heights on, then I can just order a different one. But for now, I'll start with the basic one and see how I feel about it. But I mean, it looks like it's going to be easy enough to install. I mean, it's literally just one like Ethernet type plug. So I'm going to put this up here because I will need that for assembly. This box is an 8 outlet surge protector, and it is also mountable. This one was not cheap, but I chose this because it's going to be permanently affixed to the desk, and it has 8 outlets on it. So, oh, and it looks really nice. It feels heavy duty. So, and it looks like there's a box of hardware in here. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's what that is. So that's cool. I'm happy I chose that. I don't regret that purchase at all, because that one was something that I paid extra for, if that makes sense. So, okay, this is a t-shirt. This is one of their free gifts. This is the 4-port USB hub. I bought this. This was another one of their free gifts. It's like a tiny little USB hub with 4 USB plugs, so you can plug in a bunch of like external hard drives and stuff. I'm not going to use this for the assembly, but I'll put it up there to get it out of the way. These are accessory hooks. So I got these. This was another one of their free gifts, and they're just little hooks. But I got these because I was hoping I could use these to hang my headset on that I use for work. And I think they're going to work perfectly for that. So I'm thrilled with these, to be perfectly honest. I'll put these up here too because they're small. And then I have 2 of these, and I bought these because I wanted to mount my monitors, and since they were on the website, I know that they're compatible with the desk. So they are monitor arms. That's the word that I'm looking for. So I got the Moon Tower single monitor arm, and I got 2 of them. Just because I don't want them both on the same arm. I feel like that's going to put a lot of pressure on one spot on the desk, and I'd rather have 2 arms so I can move the monitors independently, space them out more if I need to. So I have 2 of these. They sent me a koozie, like a can koozie. And then there's one more box inside this box, and this one is the bamboo desk drawer. This one I know I'm going to use for assembly, so get rid of that. So this one, I'll go ahead and open because I know that I'm going to use it for the assembly of this desk. This was one of their free gifts. Did I say that? Because the standing desks don't come with drawers, but you can purchase drawers. Oh, I like the size of this. It's wider than it is deep. I really like that. All right, moving on. I'm not entirely certain what's in this box. I knew that the other one had a bunch of the smaller pieces in it, but this one, not a clue. Because This one is the desktop, this big box back here. This one looks like it's the crossbar. Yeah, you can see right here, the commercial crossbar. This one is the 2-leg standing desk frame. And this box here is the kneeling chair. Right on top we have another koozie. That's cool. Who doesn't need another can koozie? And another magazine. I don't need that. I'll put that up there. Okay. This is the advanced wire management kit. So each desk comes with one of these, or comes with a basic wire management kit. I went ahead and purchased the advanced one because it comes with more pieces. I'm going to be using this desk. I didn't even tell you what I was going to use the desk for. Actually, let me interject that here. So I'm going to become a little bit more comfortable. So I told you that I got the 80-inch desk, right? And it's a big one, clearly. This is the desktop behind me. It's huge. The one that I have now is 60 inches wide, and it's almost big enough for me to use it the way that I want to. But since I have like a corporate America typical like work from home job, I use 2 desktop monitors and a laptop for my job, and it's almost enough screens for me to do my job the way that I would like to. And then in addition to that, I edit YouTube videos. So it would be really nice if I could have space to put all of my computers on the same desk. And right now, the way my desk is set up, I don't have space to put my work computers and my personal computer or computers, because I do have like a PC, laptop, and I have a MacBook. It's a lot of computers, and I don't really have space for them all right now. And the idea behind getting the 80-inch desk is that I can have 2 sort of workstations set up on the same desk, so I can edit videos at this desk and I can do my normal job at this desk. So with that in mind, I purchased this advanced wire management kit just because I know that with 2 desktop monitors and 3 laptop chargers, I'm gonna have a lot of cords. Plus I have the docking station for my work laptop. It's a lot. There's a lot of cords going on, and I wanted to have a management system that's going to be effective for my desk with so many cords, because this thing goes up and down, and I don't want to I don't want to have to worry about 20 different cords dangling from my desk, getting hung up on something or each other. So the idea behind this was to prevent any cord strain and then just have them all managed effectively. So this is going to go with that mountable surge protector, just because it's going to be used but at the very end of assembly. And now, oh, I know what these are. These are the feet. Oh my goodness. So those are heavy. So these are the desk feet, and they're really long. There's 2 of them in here. This is really heavy, but yeah, 2-leg standing desk frames, feet, and side brackets. Okay, so this is not just the feet, this is the feet and the side brackets. So that's cool. Just thought I'd give you a little glimpse of the behind the scenes carnage before I actually get started. So this is the desk top, and I've just learned, because looking at this, it was wrapped in plastic, right? And so these metal bars are on the outside of the plastic. This piece of paper is inside the plastic, but reading it, it says that the desktop is shipped with these metal bars for support. Before we assemble, we actually have to take these metal bars off and we can discard them, which is interesting. So kind of neat the way that they do it. Kind of weird, but kind of neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those metal bars off, and then maybe we can start assembling. So I've got the metal bars removed, and I have opened the plastic. Wow. Okay, so I'm feeling this for the first time. This is the underside of the desk, but I love this. I got the acacia butcher block. So I did upgrade the desktop, not just the size, but also the material. The included one, or like the base price, I think is like a bamboo. This is the 1.5-inch acacia wood butcher block. Oh, it's even smoother on the top. This is Nice. I'm really excited about this. I can discard this piece of paper now. So now I think it's actually time to be in assembly, and I'm so excited. Okay, so I have my desktop, I've got my instructions, and I have all of the pieces laid out, and I kind of cleaned up my mess. So the only box that's left unopened is the kneeling chair. So anyway, I have feet, and these attached to the feet. These are the crossbar. These are the legs, and these attached to the legs and the crossbars, and then I think these also, I don't know. But anyway, 2 wire management trays. I was right. The advanced wire management kit came with a bigger one. And then this is the mountable, what are we calling that? Surge protector. I've totally blanked. Okay, so now, finally, now I'm ready to start assembling. It's a little bit later now. I am taking a very short break from work. I had sort of, not a meltdown, but I can tell that I'm not feeling 100% today because I totally was like reading the wrong instructions. So there are 2 different kinds of frames. There's the T frame and the C frame. And the T frame is where this metal post behind me, this thing here, the leg, is in the center of the desk, and the C frame is where it's offset to the back side. And I was reading the instructions for the T frame, looking for a piece that doesn't belong with the C frame. I have the C frame. I was having sort of a meltdown looking for it. It isn't here because I don't need it, because I have the C frame, not the T frame. So now that I've realized that, I can move on. But yeah, maybe don't do this when you have a migraine. I'm okay now. I'm not feeling great, but now that I know I have the C frame and not the T frame, I can move on. So, yeah. So I have these pieces here in the middle. They're not attached to anything yet, but they're gonna go basically into each side like that. And then we will secure those. So I'll go ahead and secure those now. Okay, so good news, I think I'm feeling better. Bad news, definitely takes longer than an hour. I think I'm nearly done. I think I'm ready to flip it upright and start like cable management sort of stuff. But I think I have all of my accessories attached. I did not screw this on, I just used the adhesive. I figure if I need to screw it on, I can do that later, but everything else I think has been put together. So I'm trying to clean up my mess. I have some extra hardware in the drawer because like the drawer can slide out, so I'm not going to put that in until like the drawer housing is attached. But when I flip the desk upright later when I have some help, because right now I don't have any help. So I'm not gonna try to do it by myself, especially feeling the way that I do, but I think that's where I'm gonna stop for now, and I'll pick you guys up when I'm ready to flip it over and start doing some cable management. I have to go to work, and we'll assemble the kneeling chair, stool type thing later as well. But for now, I'm ready to go back to work, sit down. So I'll pick you guys up later. Truth be told, I think it's a week after I've assembled the desk. Maybe not quite a week. It's been several days. I have not moved into the desk yet, but I do have all of the pieces ready. I've got, if you see that cardboard box over there, all the spare parts are in there. I have my monitor arms, all 3 of them assembled and ready for monitors. I have my writing pad, my desk pad here, and then that black sheet over there is the standing desk mat that will go on the floor. Oh, I'm also sitting on the kneeling chair that I received. I would not suggest buying the kneeling chair just because, not that it's uncomfortable, it just feels really, really flimsy, if I'm gonna tell the truth. So that's my initial thoughts of the kneeling chair. Not that it's bad. I like the fabric on the seats and the seat and the knee cushions. I just feel like the whole thing is very flimsy. The desk, on the other hand, I feel like it's very sturdy. There's no bowing in the desktop. The desktop that I got is the 1.5" acacia wood butcher block. It's really heavy. I did need help flipping it over. I didn't need help with any of the other assembly, so I thought it was really nice. The instructions were fairly easy to follow. I did not watch a video showing me how to assemble it. I just followed the instructions in the booklets. I do have the cable management kit, like the whole, like the cable snake and this like clip I think is supposed to act as like a funnel to put the cables in the snake, and then all of the other accessories that came with the cable management kit are over there just because I haven't moved into the desk yet. So once I get all of my computers on here, I'll start like managing the cables, and that'll probably be a different video when I actually move into my office and start using this desk. But just for this video, I kind of wanted to show you how the desk works, and then I wanted to talk about the drawer, because it's really interesting to me how a company who makes such a fine product in a desk, because this is really sturdy. I mean, I feel like I can press on it. I'm not gonna sit on it. I know people like to sit on their desks to show the weight capacity. I'm not doing that. I just feel like that's silly. I don't want to risk breaking it. Not that I think it would, but I'm not doing that. So I have my height control over here, but I wanted to talk about the drawer first, because the drawer was one of the like free accessories when I purchased the desk. And I'm glad I didn't pay for it. I feel like, you know, the desk itself was so expensive that I kind of did pay for it, you know, but I'm glad I didn't pay additional money on top of what I paid for the desk for the drawer, just because it's really cheaply made, and it's not my favorite. I don't really care what it looks like, but it bothers me a little bit that it is so cheap. I don't think I'm going to use it very often, but I am moving out of a different desk that is very high quality and made in the United States. Like, it's got the not soft close drawers, but it's got the really nice like glide rails for the drawers, and this one is just a box that sits inside another box. And so there's no glide here. If you take it all the way out and then try to put it back in, it's a snug fit, so you can fumble with it a little bit. But it serves its purpose as a drawer. I'm gonna not keep a whole lot of stuff in it just so I don't have to get in it very often. But I mean, I do kind of want to pare down everything in my office anyway, so that's good. And I did put it all the way to the other end just so it's out of my way. But the desk mat is nice. I mean, it's not leather, but it's like fake leather, and it's the same texture on both sides, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. It's kind of, it was shipped rolled up in a box. It was rolled up pretty tight, so it's still got a little bit of flattening out to do over here, but once I get to using it, I think it'll flatten out a lot. The standing mat I have stood on, and it is very nice. I do like that a lot. And then the desktop, or the monitor arms, I'm excited to use. I got the Moon Tower monitor arms. I got 2 of those, the single ones, because I didn't want one monitor arm with 2, like, I don't know, what do you call them, wings. I didn't want that just because I also have a laptop, and the way that I have my desk set up, actually behind the camera, I have monitor, laptop, monitor, and that works for me because I spend most of my day in the afternoons really on Teams in meetings, and so I can have my meeting in the center of my desk and I can work on my monitors on the other side of the laptop. So this is pretty much how I'm going to set up my desk. The spacing of the monitor arms might be a little bit different, but I did want 2 separate monitor arms for my separate monitors, and they were really easy to assemble and they feel really, really sturdy. I like that there's a spot that stores the Allen wrenches because I have a feeling I may need to tighten or loosen them to like move them up and down, at least until I'm able to get everything situated the way that I like it. But for now, I like them. I don't have anything bad to say about them. They were easy to assemble, they feel really sturdy, and they weren't too expensive either. The one here in the middle, this is a laptop arm. I got this one on Amazon. Much trickier, well, not much trickier. Yeah, much trickier to assemble. Once I figured it out though, it feels pretty sturdy. The base on it is not quite as wide as the ones from Uplift, but I can keep a laptop on here, and I do really like it. It feels really, really sturdy, and it's got the vented like tray, I guess, so it should keep the laptop from overheating. I spend a lot of time working in complicated Excel files, and so having something like that that's going to allow my laptop to breathe a little is a good idea, because right now it just sits on like a wooden riser, so it doesn't have a whole lot of breathing room. So I do think that that's going to be great, but I think we're ready to demo the desk. I mean, I can show you the kneeling chair just because I am sitting on it. So if I lift it up, this is the kneeling chair, and so your bum goes here, and then your knees go on either one of the knee pads. So I guess, I don't even know how you straddle it, you know, so I like to put one leg in the middle, sit down, and then I put my knees up, and then it does rock. It just doesn't feel really sturdy, and I'm not sure. I like that there's no back, and I do think that it sort of helps my posture, you know, because I'm sitting upright, you know, and I'm not slumped over, which I have a tendency to do sometimes. I have not used this at work, so I don't know what will happen when I start, you know, like typing on the computer or, you know, using my mouse, or I'm in a meeting. I don't know if it's going to be distracting to be rocking, so that'll probably be coming in a review at a later date after I've used these things for a little while. But I don't know, I wouldn't spend the money on this if I were you. So not that it's bad, I don't know, like, I'm sure there are better chairs, right? So moving that out of the way, and I could have just left it under the desk, but I think we're ready to show how high it goes. So let's go up. So did you see that? It stopped, right? So why did it stop? It stopped because this cord is wrapped around one of the casters. So it felt the tug and it stopped. I did not do that on purpose, but that was an interesting demonstration. So let's keep going up, yeah? And that's actually why cable management is so important. So it actually goes really, really high. It actually goes way above my head. Maybe not way above my head. It goes above my head. I could stand under this thing. I'm not gonna take it that high because that seems really silly. I will probably never work with it this high. So it's probably gonna spend a lot of time maybe around in here or maybe a little bit lower, like belly button height. Yeah, this feels right. Just because if I'm standing here, I want to be comfortable when I'm typing, you know? So something else to consider is the monitor height. When you're standing, you still want those monitors to be like eye level or a little bit below eye level. You don't want to be cricking your neck looking up at them. So probably won't be too high. And it is on casters, okay? So right now on casters, it moves fairly easily when there's not a cable blocking the wheel. So let's move it. It glides. I'm so glad that I upgraded the casters to the heavy duty ones because it's so smooth and I love it. They do have the locking feature. The locking feature is super easy to use. I'm in love with this desk already and I haven't even started using it, but I'm really looking forward to not having to sit all day at work because right now, as it is, I sit all the time. Kind of tired of sitting. So let's see how low it goes. And you can hear it too. It's not too loud. So this is as low as it goes. It's like mid-thigh height. I don't know in what world I would ever need it to be this low, but it does go all the way down there. So let me get down on my knees. If I wanted to kneel on the floor, this is actually a comfortable height for me to kneel on the floor. Why would I do that? I have no idea, but it's possible. So anyway, that's the desk. It does go up and down. I do only have the basic keypad. I didn't upgrade that. I feel like that's something I could upgrade later if I chose to. I don't know that I will though. I don't feel like I need the presets because I can get between the heights that I need in about 15 seconds. I think I'm gonna move the desk into my office maybe in the next week. So this video of putting a desk together will probably go up before the office makeover video. I have some plans and I'm very excited about them. So for the office makeover, I'm not painting, I've already done that. And I know it's really pink, but I love the pink. I think it's really pretty and it makes me happy when I'm in there all day. All day. Believe me when I say all day. There was one day this week I had to go into the office, like our Orlando office, and it was like a big to do, you know, there were a lot of people there and it was a big deal. And I actually was able to move my shift up to the 8 a.m. to 4:30. It was the first time that I can remember. And it might not be the actual first time, but I feel like it was the first time that I was done with work when the sun was still up. So when I work in my office, it does make me happy to be in a place that makes me happy, especially when I'm working until well after dark, 5 days a week. It's exhausting. So, like mentally exhausting, you know? So anyway, that was nice. But I'm really looking forward to having this because it's gonna keep me from sitting all day long. I don't actually have a comfortable desk chair. Like this kneeling chair was my first investment in like desk chair situation. What I'm sitting in right now is a waiting room chair from an old doctor's office. And it's fine, it works as a chair. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on a chair for my office, but this one's gonna do. But for now that I have a standing desk, I think I'm gonna be much happier because I won't have to sit in the uncomfortable waiting room chair for 8 hours a day. So I think it's gonna be great. Anyway, I am very happy. I'm very excited, and I can hardly wait to move this in and start using it. I know I'm gonna have plenty of space, like seeing it laid out like this, I know I'm gonna have plenty of space for my personal laptops over here on this side, and then my work stuff on this side. So I'll be able to like have separate workspaces and they won't encroach on each other, but I'll be able to keep them on the same desk at the same time, and I won't have like setup time or tear down time when I try to edit a YouTube video or something. So I'm excited. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. And if you have any questions about the desk, please don't hesitate to ask me. I can't imagine what you would want to know, just because their website is done so well that they answer pretty much all of your questions. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll try to get to it and I'll answer to the best of my ability. But that's where I'm going to end this assembly video. That's it. You guys will see me in another video really soon. Bye!